everyone and welcome to MediSimplified. So today we are going to talk about lesions in skin. That is the basic lesions which is seen in dermatology. So let's start it first and then I will let you know one by one. So skin lesions in dermatology. Basic thing which you should know is that there are three types of lesion: specific lesion, or primary lesion, or secondary lesion. So first we'll talk about the primary lesions, which is the very first reaction of the skin to any allergic response or any pathological response, right? So this is the primary, that is the first primary lesion occurring in the skin. Then comes the secondary. Secondary lesions are the altered skin lesions. प्राइमरी स्किन लीजन हो चुका होता है, उसके बाद उसमें कुछ डिफरेंस, कुछ मिस्टेक, कुछ करने की वजह से सेकेंडरी लीजन्स आते हैं, राइट? इट इज ऑल्टर्ड स्किन लीजन्स एंड यूजुअली इट इज ड्यू टू स्क्रैचिंग, due to itching and scratching it occurs. Also it can occur due to the treatment also. So secondary lesion. And then the specific lesion or the special lesions are those lesions which are seen for particular uh, disease. So that we will talk at the end. So starting with this discussion first. First primary lesion is if the lesion is flat and non-palpable. Lesion is flat and you cannot palpate the lesion. It is not a raised lesion, it is flat lesion. So this lesion can be a macule or it can be a patch. So how will you distinguish whether it's a macule or a patch? You will distinguish it by the size. So if the size of this flat non-palpable lesion is less than 1 centimeter, so it is macule. If it is more than 1 centimeter, it is a patch. Okay, flat non-palpable lesion, less than 1 centimeter macule, more than 1 centimeter patch. Now going further, after this flat lesion, we have solid and raised lesion. Okay, solid and raised lesion. One second. All right. So this solid and raised lesion, it can be a papule, plaque, or a nodule. So how will you distinguish? Once again by the size. If the size of the solid and raised lesion is less than 0.5 centimeter, less than 0.5 centimeter, it is a papule. If it is more than 0.5 centimeter, it is a plaque, right? So when it is called a nodule, it will be called nodule if the size is more than 0.5 centimeter, and along with this, it has a depth component. Depth component present. So if it has a depth component present and it's a solid and raised lesion, more than 0.5 centimeter in size, it is called as nodule. Less than 0.5 centimeter, papule. More than 0.5 centimeter, plaque. Now going further, we will talk about the lesions which are filled with something, right? Lesion filled with. And this question mark, which I have put, it can be a pus or it can be a clear fluid, right? The lesion can be filled with a pus or it can be filled with a clear fluid. So if this lesion is filled with a clear fluid, it can be vesicle or bullae. So how will you distinguish whether it's a vesicle or bullae? Once again with the size. If the size of the clear fluid filled lesion is less than 0.5 centimeter, it is vesicle. If it is more than 0.5 centimeter, it is bullae. All right. Less than clear fluid filled lesion, less than 0.5 centimeter vesicle, more than 0.5 centimeter bullae. Now next is pus filled lesion, right? If the pus filled lesion is small, very small, I guess, or it is a pinpoint lesion, then it is called as pustule. If it is large pus filled lesion, it is called as abscess. There is no fixed size, very small or a pinpoint lesion, it's a pustule. If it is a large, more than a pinpoint lesion, it is called as abscess. So now we will talk about RBC's extravasation into skin. So this, if the RBC's extravasation occurs into skin or membrane, it is called as petechia, either purpura or ecchymosis. So how will you distinguish? Once again by the size, right? If the size of RBC's extravasation is 1 to 2 mm, it is called as petechia. If it is more than equal to 3 mm, it is purpura, right? 1 to 2 mm, petechia more than equal to 3 mm, purpura. And at the last, if it is 1 to 2 centimeter in the size, 1 to 2 centimeter in the size, it is called as ecchymosis. All right. Now going further, next is the edematous plaque. Edematous plaque, which is known as wheal. Edematous plaque known as wheal. This wheal has a central pallor with a peripheral edema, and it is seen in urticaria. Right? It is seen in urticaria. So this was a common primary lesion which we should know very well whenever you are starting to study dermatology. Now going further, we will talk about the secondary skin lesions. Right? Secondary skin lesions. And what are the secondary skin lesions? I already told you, altered skin lesion, commonly due to scratching, itching, or due to any treatment. So first we have in our list scales. So what is scale? It is visible exfoliation. It's visible exfoliation of skin. Sorry, visible exfoliation of stratum corneum. I will mention it SC. Is known as scale. Second is crust. So this crust is something golden brown in color. It's very important to know that it is golden brown in color. So what we should know about it exactly, that it is a dried exudate. It is a dried exudate of sebum, pus, and blood, and it is something golden brown in color, right? So this was about crust. Now next is erosion. Now erosion and ulcer are two things which we should learn together. So I will just pick it up. Okay. So erosion and ulcer. So what is erosion? Erosion is focal or total loss of epidermis, is known as uh, erosion. All right. So what happens when there is an erosion? We can and the layer of epidermis is totally or partially gone, right? Focal or total loss of epidermis. If it's partially or totally gone, what we can see, the layer below the epidermis, that is dermis. So dermis can be seen in erosion. Dermis can be seen, and what color the dermis looks when it is seen during erosion? It is red in color. It is red in color. So this is an important thing which you should know. Then now after erosion, I told you we should learn it one hand in hand, that erosion and ulcer. What is ulcer? It is total loss of epidermis, total loss of epidermis plus total loss of epidermis plus partial or total loss of dermis. Partial or total loss of dermis. So this is ulcer, right? Focal or total loss of epidermis is erosion. Focal total loss of epidermis plus partial or total loss of dermis is called as ulcer. Now going further, we will talk about fissures. Fissure. What is fissure? It is linear or deep, linear and deep clefts. Linear and deep clefts in skin. And these clefts are very painful. Right. Next is excoriation. Excoriation is linear or punctate scratch marks. Linear or punctate scratch marks that is abrasion of skin, linear or punctate abrasion in skin, and this is usually due to scratching. So it is the scratch marks, which is called as excoriation. Next is lichenification. Next, we will talk about lichenification. Lichenification occurs due to chronic itching. Due to chronic itching. It has three important components. One is hyperpigmentation of skin. Hyperpigmentation of skin. Next is thickening of skin. And last is exaggerated skin marking. Exaggerated skin markings. So these are the three important components of uh, lichenification. Lichenification occurs due to chronic itching. It has three important components: hyperpigmentation of skin, thickening of skin, and exaggerated skin marking. Now, last is atrophy of skin. It is loss or decrease in structural component of skin. Structural component of skin. For better understanding, you can remember it by wrinkles. Okay. Wrinkles appearance. So this was about the secondary skin lesion. First we talked about scale. Scale is visible exfoliation and stratum corneum. Then crust, which is golden brown in color. It is dried exudate of sebum, blood or pus. Then erosion, it is total or partial loss of the epidermis. And into the erosion, we can see the dermis, which is red in color. The crust was golden brown in color. Then ulcer is total loss of epidermis. Then fissure is linear and deep clefts in the skin, which is painful. जो एड़ी फटती है ना, crack आती है, that can be called as a fissure. So that is fissure. Then excoriation is linear or punctate abrasion in the skin, which is usually due to the scratching, or it is called as scratch marks too. Then we have lichenification, which occurs due to chronic itching, and this has three components: hyperpigmentation of skin, thickening of skin, and the exaggerated skin marking. The last was not but the least is the atrophy. It is loss or decrease in the structural component of the skin, and the classical example is wrinkled skin appearance. This is known as atrophy. Now, going further, we will talk about the special or specific skin lesion. Special or specific skin lesion. So first, we'll talk about the target lesion. The target lesion has three zones. First zone, that is the central zone here, is dusky. Then the second zone, that is the middle zone, which I am marking here with the green, is pink, pale in color, right? The central zone is pale, the middle zone is pale in color, and then the last one is the, which I'm marking once again here, is the peripheral zone, and it is erythematous. It is erythematous. Now, where do we see this target lesion? That is very important. Target lesion is seen in erythema multiforme. Where do we see target lesion? It is seen in erythema multiforme. All right. Now going further, we will talk about burrow. Burrow is wavy tunnel in the skin, and it is usually seen in scabies. And scabies occurs due to, once again, scabies can occur due to Sarcoptes, Sarcoptes scabiei. Scabiei. If I'm not wrong, this is the spelling. right? Sarcoptes kbi, and which is a mite. It is a mite. And to treat scabies, we usually use permethrin lotion, 5%. That is topical, or we can use ivermectin orally, right? So this was about the burrow, which is wavy tunnel seen in scabies, right? And caused by scabies is caused by a mite called as Sarcoptes scabies. And to treat scabies, we usually use permethrin lotion and ivermectin. Now going further, we'll talk about comedones. Okay, comedones. So comedones is a dilated pilosebaceous unit which is plugged by keratin and sebum. So where do we see comedones? First, it is important to know where do we see comedones. Comedones is seen very commonly in a very common disease, that is acne vulgaris. All right. Now, these comedones are two types: closed or white comedones, open or black comedones. So, as it is a closed comedone, it is not interacting with surroundings. No connection with surroundings. Now, we will talk about this black or open comedones, right? So, it is actually an open comedone, right? So if it is open, it will react with the surrounding, and the air from the surrounding comes inside, right? And it oxidizes the sebum, and makes it black. And that is why it is black comedones, right? So comedone seen in acne vulgaris, which is a dilated pilosebaceous unit which is plugged by the keratin and sebum. There are two types: closed white, which is one, and second is open and black. So if it is closed, it has no connection with the surrounding, so it remains white. It is open, so it has the air from the surrounding comes inside and oxidizes the sebum, and it makes it black. That's why the open one is black. Now I have few images here with us. We will look at these images and then we will wind up this lesson. All right. So first we'll talk about this. This is a papule, solid raised lesion, right? But the size is less than 0.5 centimeters. So it is papule. Similarly, here we have a solid raised lesion, but the size is more than 0.5 centimeter. So it is a plaque. This both are the primary lesion. Now we have pustule. Once again, pustule is a vesicle containing pus, right? Fluid filled lesion. With which kind of fluid? Pus. And this small, you can see very small pinpoint kind of. So it is called as pustule. And if there is, here it has pus. If there is no pus but it is having a clear fluid, then circular collection of clear fluid and size less than 0.5 centimeter, this is called as vesicles. Now going further, and let's have a look at this small four more images. Now this is wheal. If you remember, it was the last skin lesion which we discussed in the primary skin lesion. Wheal is edematous, transitory plaque, may last few hours. Then here we have scales, that is uh, exfoliation of stratum corneum, which was the first skin lesion which we learned in secondary lesions. So epidermal thickening consists of plaques or plates, compacted desquamated layers of stratum corneum. Now we have crust. Crust, I told you, it is golden brown in color. Here you can appreciate it bit brownish. So crust is a dried serum or exudate on skin. Now this is the fissure. It is crack or slit. I told you it is like the AD. The AD fat jati, it is like that. So this is the fissure. So that was all I had to discuss with you guys about the skin lesions in dermatology. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you find this video useful. Do like, share, and subscribe my channel, Medi Simplified. Thank you.